competitively before as it came out with Tkachuk there at the end.
There's got to be something in the water, the goalies' water bottles this year. They all seem to want to be in the mix, but I just think emotions run high this time of year, and we've always had the mentality of sticking up for one another. Just another great example of that.
Jake, when you left in the first period, did you need to go for repairs, or did the spotter take you out?
It was more so repairs. Yeah, Dusty, one of our trainers, kind of freaked out a little bit on the bench because there was a lot of blood, but just a couple stitches. Thought it was the ear, but it was a little bit higher than that. But it was kind of woke me up, honestly.
For either of you guys, you talked a lot about keeping it between the whistles, right? This series. Did it feel like this was their most concerted effort yet to try to get you guys to snap and break out of that?
They seem to thrive on that. They build a lot of emotion in their game, after whistles and create scrums. And a lot of guys that gain momentum from that. Hasn't really been the way that we've played all year. So when we can play hard between the whistles and then kind of skate away, definitely allows us to stay in the right mindset to play the way that we want to play. But they play a very high emotion game all the way through. They're very physical. They like to get into it after whistles. A lot of guys talking. And that's their game. They've had a lot of success doing that. But we've had success playing the way that we play, and we just have to remember to stick to that.
Brad, Linus got his glove and blocker off. Had that escalated with him and Tkachuk, how do you like his odds if they'd let them go?
I mean, he's got the size and reach, but maybe a little less experience than Tkachuk. Maybe one day we'll get to see.
Jake, from either playing against him or now with him, what makes Taylor Hall such a dangerous playmaker, especially in transition?
Yeah, I think probably just his speed. I mean, that's the obvious answer. I think it's one of those things that he obviously reads plays very well, coming through the neutral zone. And there's a couple of plays, even the last couple of games, where he could make it with high distress. So nice to see him get rewarded. He's been working hard and going to the hard areas. And it's one of those things that, we need everybody at this time of year. And it was good to see him. And, obviously you can see his confidence, even that breakaway goal. It's one of those things where it's a little thing, but I kind of put the nail in the coffin, so it was good to see him get rewarded. And used to watch him growing up too. I remember his first time at development camp actually. So it's cool to see him evolve.
Couple, if I could, first, Jake, on the Orlov pass, did that surprise you? Did you see it coming?
I actually didn't see it coming right away. I had to kind of stop and adjust, but it was right on my tape. So it was a really nice play. Obviously, a great entry there, and just tried to get to the net, and he found me. It was a perfect play.
Yeah. And I'd like to hear from you both on this. Tkachuk, we've heard some of the stuff he's been saying on tape, which we can't put in the newspaper. Do you think he has crossed the line here in the smack that he's talking?
I think the NHL and the media outlets have crossed the line by allowing those mics to continue to play and try to go down and listen to what's said on the benches while that's going on. There's a reason guys don't want mics on the bench, and that's why, is because they're going to take advantage of it at some point, and they did. Regardless what's said by Tkachuk or by other guys, there should never be an instance where a mic picks up any of that stuff. What's said on the ice and what's said on the benches should be there. That's the way that guys play, especially come playoff time. And the fact that the media outlets allowed that to happen, it's very disrespectful to the agreement that we have in place. And that's how guys are going to want to push to take them off the bench and to get the guy in the middle of the bench way out of there, because it's going to get guys in trouble. And it's not fair and it's not right.
Point taken, Brad, and I respect it. But on the same hand, I'll still go back to the original question. Has he crossed the line with what he's said?
See, that's the thing, is there's a lot of things that are said, and a lot of things like what he said that are said all game long and throughout the years, but you don't pick it up because of the mics. So again, I'll go back to there shouldn't be mics in that situation, and so no, that's part of the game.